Hey, Fee Piecers, we're not finished addressing the video from the other night with Caitlin, but as usual, uh, you guys are always the ones to come out with the answer. The fans always know what's best. It's usually one fan or three fans, three people that step out of the woodwork and have something good to say, something constructive. It's constructive criticism. So I want to address that real quick in today's blog. You legit chewed Caitlin out. Dude, you legit chewed into Kate for a solid half hour for no reason. It was uncomfortable to watch, to be honest. You need to chill out. It was uncalled for and somewhat psychotic. I've been watching you for 5 years, and this is the most uncomfortable thing you've done. Maybe consider getting back on the meds. I mean that with peace and love. So I did respond to that, and I'm so grateful, Bill Murray. Thank you for just opening up and saying that in the most constructive way possible, because that did bridge the gap for me, and it shows me that you truly care. You don't want to just crucify me. You want to see me get better, and it did help me to see things more clearly, and now I want to get a little better. And that's really life, is we have to accept that we're not perfect, but some of us worse than others. And yes, I am worse than others. That doesn't mean I don't deserve to live or have a life or figure things out, but it's the lack of constructive criticism that's really stunting the growth. So if more people would have something constructive to say rather than just the criticism, you'd start to realize that I really do want to make progress. But it's hard for you to conceive that I could be this dumb. I'm sorry, guys, but the fact is I am very smart, yet very slow learning in some other ways. Developmentally speaking, I can be slow learning. But the more that you try to bridge that gap with me, the more that I'm going to be able to grow. And I know that that's what you really want. You want me to stop being this way. The answer isn't to kick me off screen or to put me away. It's to care and love me the way that you want to be cared for and loved, the way that I didn't in the beginning, because I really didn't have such a great example of that you guys need. And also I've chosen that path, right? That negativity, I chose to go down that road. So we reverse that here. So my response to Bill Murray: hey brother, you're right. Keeping eyes towards the positive, I was able to stand up for myself, completely facing fear. It was done in a completely inappropriate and tasteless way, but Kate and I agree it was the most healthy thing I've done for myself in my entire life. Although that might not be saying much, that's for me to decide in my own life, with the reflection of Katie's independent viewpoint. I believe the point most people miss when I make such dire mistakes is the need for compassion, grace, understanding, patience, forgiveness, and love when judging my behavior. I've attracted mostly tasteless, selfish, unloving people because that's how I've become. But knowing that's not who I am tells me that regardless of the lies and misplaced ill will thrown at me, I know deep down they're supposed to be good people too. Katie has been teaching me for the past year. As we all know, I've become a rather bitter person, almost entirely due to the way I choose to allow the way I was treated in the past to dictate my decisions moving forward. Katie has her own side of the story on why things went down the way they did, and the depth of what was really going on behind the scenes. But the reason a fantastic life lesson became a terrible, monumental social and emotional sin, came from my choice not to have courage and confidence in the right moment to handle it as an honorable man, and ended up destroying the opportunity for both of us to grow from it by facing it months prior in a tender and positive situation. If we don't pick fruit when it's ripe, it rots, but there's always a second chance. We simply must wait patiently for next year's harvest or transplant ourselves where it's already fall. Admittedly, I'm still learning what it means to be an honorable person. Those who've weathered the storms I've weathered and will weather are some of the strongest people on planet Earth. If you're out there seeing this further along in the endless journey I'm on right now, I sure would appreciate, and I'm earning the right to hear your voice to help guide the way. Thanks for your time, and a happy holidays. Peace out. That's how I feel about the situation. It may not be completely accurate. It may not be completely inaccurate. This is my perception of the situation at hand, and it doesn't make me crazy simply because popularity bias only sees the outside perspective. My behavior was completely uncalled for, inappropriate, and most definitely does deserve crucifixion. But that doesn't mean that we don't get chance after chance in life. And if it really was my time to be done, this video wouldn't be making it to YouTube. With that said, then, I would really appreciate all of us working together to make a concerted effort on healing my heart and moving forward. And instead of focusing on the negative, I'm finally putting that wall up between myself and my fans in such a way that's appropriate, because there is a screen between us. I've always behaved as though there's not, and I don't think that's good for anybody. So thank you for being a fan of my content. Thank you for being a fan of Kate and of Josh. And thank you for your continual effort to reproof me and make me better. And I'm hoping that this is enough of an apology in itself to show that I am sorry for my past behavior. Meaning my words don't mean anything, my actions moving forward do. And this video is meant to be the thyroid of the forward situation, correcting the hormones, helping things move forward in a healthier way. Thank you for your time, and happy holidays.